So guys, since yesterday, a lot of people have been sending me message in my DM asking me if the bot which I recently posted can actually do forex trade and make profit. Okay, so that particular yesterday I created a demo account, and as you can see it here, I run the trade on this particular account. It's just a demo account, and as you can see, the bot made 853 USD. So if I've used real money to make this particular trade, I would have made 853 USD. So you can see, for those of you that are asking me about it, that's why I run this particular trade, so you can see how it actually works. So, but that's not the reason why we are here today. So in today's video, I'm about to share with you guys this particular boat, okay, because some days ago a friend of mine from India sent me a particular boat, okay, which I have been using, just like my previous video. I talk about our boat. That particular boat have been printing a lot of cash for us. So in this video, this particular boat, I'm going to make a review between this particular boat and the boat which I posted the video yesterday and day before yesterday. So let's see which of them are very safe and more profitable. So you can see this is my Bybit, and I have 121 USDT. So I'm going to be using 200 USDT to make this particular trade. I have 121 over here. So for those of you that have been having doubt, this early morning I made a withdrawal of 501 USDT. I also posted it in our group, and a lot of people are sending me message on the profit they have actually made. Okay, so a lot of people are making a lot of profit, you can see over here. So now let's compare these two boats and see which one is more safe and more secured, and the one you can start with a lower capital. That is my major key concern, okay, why I make this particular video. Okay, I'm going to be making this trade live so that you can understand how all these things work. Okay, even if you are a newbie, you can understand it easily and start making money from it. Okay, this is a new generational wealth transfer because this is AI bot. Okay, all these AI bot, they are working perfectly. Okay, within a short while I would have been able to make thousands of dollars from all this my trade. Okay, and it's a life-changing one. And one good thing about it is that the previous video, go and watch that particular last video that I just posted. That particular bot, you can start it with as low as 10 USD, 20 USD. And two major things which I discovered between these particular two boats, I mean the previous boat and this particular one, is that if you have to, two of them, you have to purchase them. This one costs 120 USD, and the minimum trading amount is 29 USD, and the previous one you can buy it with 46 USD, and minimum you can start with that one is 10 USD. Okay, the money I just made withdrawal of 501 USD this morning was from that previous boat. Okay, so I want to make a review between two of them. Let's make a trade. So you can see now I have 190 USDT here, so I'm going to make a deposit of 100 USDT here, so we can do what? We can be able to differentiate between two of them, which one is more profitable and which of them your money is more safer in it. So in case if you come across this particular trade, so we are going to make a deposit, and we are going to be using USDT. As you can see it here, once you have purchased the boat, you register and you make your deposit. So we are going to make a deposit of USDT from this particular place. Once you click the USDT, is going to be showing you over here the your address where you need to do what? Make your deposit. So what we are going to do now is to copy this address. So you can see I'm going to be putting 100 USD here. Then this is my address. What you do is you copy the address. Very, very important that you copy the address. Okay, so as you can see, I've copied the address. Now let me go to my Bybit and make a deposit over this place. Okay, so this is withdraw. I'm going to be withdrawing 100. So this is my address, and we are going to be inputting 100 USD. So I just have to cross check the wallet. Okay, so and we are going to be choosing Tron. Okay, that's TRC20 network. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and make our withdrawal. Okay, so and confirm. So I'm going to be pausing the video so I can input my code. Okay, so now I am done. You can see withdrawal successful. So we are going to be waiting for the withdrawal. You can see it here under review. So we are going to be waiting for it to arrive in this particular boat. You can see I am now left with 20 USD. Okay, so the money we withdrew, you can see it pending here. So now let's go back to this particular boat and wait for this money to reflect. Okay, so we can now make a trade. Okay, remember there are two major difference which I just discovered from this particular two boat. This first one charges the minimum deposit is 29, and you have to purchase it with 120 USD. Then the first one, the minimum deposit over there, you can start with 10 USD, you can start with 5 USD, and the boat is cost 46 USD. That is number one first experience discovering which I discovered there. Then I'm going to be sharing with you guys the major discovery here, which when I start trade, you can see. So over here you can see my money have actually arrived. Okay, I withdrew 100. You can see the 100 is now here. Okay, so we are going to be making trades. Okay, so the next thing is for me to go over to the boat right now so we can make some trade here. So this particular boat has dollar cost averaging boat and Bitcoin accumulation. Okay, and ETH DCA Pro. Okay, so now I've clicked to create this particular boat. So you can see I'm using 100 USD to create this particular boat. So you can see over here the minimum is 29, maximum is 10,000. Okay, so that's what I'm actually saying. So now we are going to create the DCA boat. Okay, which is we are going to be creating this particular one, which is Bitcoin accumulation. Okay, that's the one we are using, not DCA. Okay, the DCA is the first one, then the second one is the Bitcoin, because we are focusing much on Bitcoin. So we are going to click start trading. So now you can see the first trade have performed, then the second one have performed. Now this is where what I'm saying comes in. Now can you see that there is a minus 3.20 something cent? Okay, now let's see again. This is 13 plus 13 and 5 trade are performed, then 19. You can see the profit the trade is taking. You can see from 19 down to 11 again. Okay, and everything is showing you down below this place. You can see it down below here. Okay, and almost 8 trades have been taken already. Okay, so now let's continue. You can see, can you see from 10 now we went down to 2? So it's actually ups and down. That is what I want you to understand. Can you now see minus? What this red you are seeing here is just a minus. It means that there was a loss. It occurred a loss. Okay, so now it has started increasing again. So this particular one, I'm not although I made a profit here the first time, and this is the second time. So let's see how much we are going to make. But I prefer the first boat because it doesn't occur trade, it doesn't occur loss. It actually knows the right time to enter the market and when to trade and when not to enter. And one thing is that this particular trade seems that it takes much higher trade than the other boat. The other boat can only, we just took like 8 to 10 trade. I'm done with trading. We have made 600 to 700 USDT, okay, because I'm using 200. So let's allow it to trade and see how we'll come out of it. So now guys, as you can see now, this particular trade, this particular boot have performed almost 178, almost close to 190 trade. This is too dangerous, okay? Although I'm making profit, but I am not actually comfortable. I'm not actually comfortable with this, okay, and I have to stop this particular trade. You can see I've stopped the boot from trading. So you can see I made 422 USD, but I was afraid when I see minus and also see that the boat took more than close to 200 and something trade, okay. So the first previous boat is the one I mostly recommend, okay, and is very cheap, okay. So what next I'm going to do now is that I'm going to be making withdrawal here. Remember, I'm not trying to castigate or I'm not trying to talk bad about this particular boat, but I'm telling you my feelings, what I feel comfortable with, okay. I feel much higher comfortable with the other one, so I'm going to be making a withdrawal. I love when I'm trading and I'm making profit, so I'm going to be withdrawing 100 and 410 USD. You can see this is my Bybit. I have only 20 USDT here, so we are going to copy my address and make a withdrawal so you can see how actually this thing works. So we are going to be copying my USDT TRC20. Make sure you double check your address, okay. So let's return back again. So this is where you paste your address, okay. Remember, before you start, make sure you DM me, okay, so you can get the boot. I can show you step by step on how to get this particular boot. It's very, very highly important, okay. So you can see I've made a withdrawal of 410. So now let's wait for refresh my account and wait for it to arrive. For those of you that are beginners, you don't know how to go about this, you can send me message on Telegram or WhatsApp, okay. Anyone you feel more comfortable with, okay, it's okay by me. So you can send me a message on WhatsApp. So you can see the pops up, okay. So you can see over here it just came in now. This is 410, so it just came in here. So you can see we actually made some profit, but I'm not comfortable with this kind of trades, okay, because there is much risk. If a boat is taking up to 100, that's too risky and very dangerous. So I prefer the previous one, okay. I prefer the previous, which is the first boat. Would go, if you have not watched that video, make sure you go and watch my video and see how to go about it. So this is very highly profitable, so you can start and make a lot of money from it, okay.